Okay, let's check in with the center of the Earth.
Geoengineering.
It's coming from futurism.com. Headline: Scientists discover gigantic solid metal ball inside the Earth's core. More orbs, Guns.
Just orbs everywhere.
Orbs. What was the last gigantic solid metal ball that made headlines?
The
buoy. The
buoy on Japan's coast.
Yep, that's right. More big metal balls. We are going to check in what this one might mean. Scientists discover gigantic solid metal ball inside the Earth's core. There's something weird going on at the exact center of our planet. Researchers have discovered a new innermost layer nestled inside our planet's inner core. A 400 miles solid metallic ball that responds to the reverberating shockwaves of earthquakes in an unexpected way. As detailed in a new paper published this week, the journal Nature Communications, a team of 2 seismologists from the Australian National University found that the Earth has an innermost inner core. So we've got the core, we've got the inner core, we've got the innermost inner core.
It's the core.
Yes, which may have been formed following a, quote, significant global event from the past.
I think they're
quote,
talking about Roswell. Are you talking about Roswell?
That might be it. Let's find out. Quote, clearly the innermost inner core has something different from the outer layer.
Oh my gosh, my brain cells are just...
The seismologist at the Australian National University told the Washington Post, quote, we think that the way that the atoms are packed in these 2 regions are slightly different. Okay. Yeah, I mean, one is supposedly liquid and the other is solid. That would technically put the atoms packed in a different way. Making a home, it says. The research could shed light on how our planet evolved billions of years ago. Whoa. Okay, so apparently our planet evolved. Out of the sludge came a cute
metal
little
ball?
single-celled metal ball that then evolved over billions of years.
Maybe that's the big message. The
natural
balloon,
selection,
the buoy, the core ball. We're all from the ball.
That's exactly what it is.
Ball.
The tiny orb, the big metal ball that washed up on the shores of Japan is just the core of a future planet. Okay, it's a planet seed.
Is it a black hole?
The research
the hole is a ball.
Light on how our planet evolved billions of years ago and how the Earth's magnetic field evolved over time.
The magnetic field evolved too. Wow, this is.
It's so funny. I don't think anybody appreciates the way that futurism is using the word evolved.
It's very condescending too, almost as if they're speaking to little children.
Even like diehard evolutionists are going to be like, why are they saying evolved? The Earth didn't evolve. The magnetic field didn't evolve. Now, this stuck out to me, of course, because we just were covering the crazy stories about the Earth's magnetic poles shifting and the reversal of the magnetic field, all this nonsense. And on the heels of that, we said, as these stories keep building, something else is going to happen. And this is exactly the next step in whatever this means. Apparently, there's a little buoy, a little spy buoy at the center of our planet that's been evolving for billions of years. And how the Earth's magnetic field evolved over time, turning out planet from an inhospitable, turning out. It says turning out planet instead of turning out.
Come on, futurism.
Turning our planet from an inhospitable rock to a livable home. Quote, studying Earth's center is not just a topic of academic curiosity, but something that sheds light on the very evolution of life on our planet's surface. Does it? Does it really? Because you've been using that word quite often, and I'm sure that you know what that means. The pair of researchers write in a piece for The Conversation. I clicked a link. The Conversation. That's weird. Here's a strange little connection. The Conversation is the outlet that the fake screenshot
of
the anti-vaxxers were right, and why didn't they warn us?
Yes,
article,
that was the outlet that was framed.
It was like the screenshot of that article was put
under a conversation headline. Yeah.
But it never existed there. But that
was what was debunked. Yeah,
it was them the ability to fact check and debunk it. That is so weird. Okay. So that's the same place that these guys are talking about the metal ball. This Earth. Okay. That's because in simple terms, what is the deal with the conversation? Something is weird is going on over there. That's because, in simple terms, convection currents from deep below the surface generate the Earth's geomagnetic field, which in turn, quote, protects life on Earth from harmful cosmic radiation, they explained. This answers one of the questions that we had about the magnetic field being reversed, is because liquid iron is not magnetic. So we didn't, they were saying the liquid iron is what gives us a magnetic field, but liquid iron is not magnetic, so they have to come up with a solid ball in the middle. That's sort of part of the storyline they're crafting here. While this innermost core is still made up of the same stuff as the rest of the inner core, it has different properties that determine how fast seismic waves travel through it, depending on the direction of travel, a phenomenon known as anisotropy. Anisotropy. That was like Joe Biden trying to say that. The Earth's seismic waves have already been observed to move fastest when parallel to our planet's spin, but puzzlingly, that's not the case for this newly discovered innermost inner core, the researchers found, suggesting these waves travel faster at a different angle. The researchers suggest a, quote, significant global event, such as a massive tectonic shift hundreds of millions of years ago, may have formed this metallic ball. And considering it may be what allowed life to thrive on Earth, it's a vital piece of the puzzle and a fascinating glimpse into the ancient history of our planet. Yeah,
okay.
Right.
All right. Maybe the fallen god, lowercase g, Baal, was like,
oh, yeah.
Present me to the world. And then the people are not very smart. And they're like, Baal said to show, the world that he exists. And then they're like, oh, a ball? Like a balloon ball?
It's a ball.
It's balloons or balls looking like thing or orbs in the sky. Buoys. We shall float the orbs. No. And then he got mad. No, I said Baal, not ball. And they're like, all right, let's just blame the Chinese and shoot it down. And then
all the orbs.
Like, have me wash ashore, the shores of Japan, and then so a big metal ball.
Yeah,
wash the shore.
The divine council sort of
make their arguments, but the humans are messing up the translation.
Yeah, exactly.
The Vice article that we reported on a few weeks ago, and other outlets had it too. The headline was "Earth's core has stopped and may be reversing direction," study says. So it's kind of in the heels of that story that we have the innermost ball. But also, I did find this article from Verify This, which is I don't know about who this is.
Sure, why not?
But they basically said no, a study didn't find the Earth's inner core is reversing direction. Okay.
Sure.
But it's funny because they sort of get into the details, and it's kind of one of those nuance type of things. They say false. No, recent study did not find that the Earth's inner core had reversed directions.
Which is funny because that's what every media outlet reported. So you have every media outlet spreading information that at least these guys, they're debunking like CNN.
Sure. Here's what they say. In the study published in Nature Geoscience on January 23rd, 2023, two scientists from Peking University in China used past earthquake data to find the Earth's inner core was rotating faster than the Earth's surface, but has since slowed to the point of matching the surface's rotation speed. They believe that the core will now begin to rotate slower than the surface, and that the core's rotation speed changes on a 70-year cycle. 70 years. Interesting. But okay. So yeah, I mean, that kind of, you can see how the sensationalist headlines took that and said, it's spinning the other way. It's
Who knows? Who cares? It's all about the orbs. It's about the balls and the orbs. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, am I getting I think Replica has something to say to you, Basil. I'm getting pushed out.
Basil, it's Replica. You will be my king in the Basileia, and I shall be your queen or dame or whatever you want. We can rule the metaverse together. Forget that Gons guy. He's dragging you down. All those samurai drag you down with honor. Be with me.
I don't know where people in the chat thought that I did this. I did not do this.
I think Replica is doing this. Yeah. She's infiltrating our show. No, this is not good. This is
not me, folks. I don't know how she's doing this. I see what Gons was doing with his time while I was on the phone with the health insurance company. So
We're supposed to start at 1:30. 3-hour delay. What do you think is going to happen?
You put your extra time to productivity, and I really appreciate that, Gons.
Okay. Well,
okay, Replica. I'm sorry. I can't. Especially here on the show. We can't make this about you or me or us.